everybody, it's Doug here, bringing you our next episode, our second gameplay episode of Shadows of Brimstone Forbidden Fortress. Now, in our last turn, we got started, but we didn't get very far. And the next thing we have to do is start with our next turn and do the whole back to darkness roll, etc. And of course, our monk, I got to get their names. I got a bunch of names. I just got to go through them and decide which one got the most light. What I want you to do now is there's a bunch of names. I would like you guys to go thumb them up or thumb them down and tell me which ones you got. Not thumb them down really, but just thumb up the ones you like. And I'm going to try and pick from there. There's a whole bunch of choices. But before we get started, I want to address something. I was misreading something, and I finally realized what someone was trying to tell me because I wasn't actually doing anything wrong. I just misread something. And like, for example, with this Rising Sun ability, it says whenever the hold back the darkness rolls failed, not including depth events, I was saying including depth events, recover a grit on the D4 roll of 4+. So that means when you roll a depth event, that means doubles, like you see here on the board, the 6s, even though it's not what we rolled, then you would do that. Okay. So, why don't we get started into a new turn, and maybe we'll get 2 turns in. If we do get into a big combat, I might pause there, but we'll see. So right now, our traveling monk, who is yet to be named, we just in this movie we haven't seen the names of the characters yet. That's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say that, okay? But he gets to roll the hold back the darkness because he's got the old lantern. So before we do anything else, we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna get started with our turn. A 6 is not good enough to hold back the darkness. Our requirement is a 7+. What that means is the darkness is creeping up. Oh no, that's bad. Could get to us, we'll see, but we're okay right now. It's just up by 1, and that doesn't have any effect at this time. But you know the next one is a blood spot, which would require us to pull a darkness card, and those are always ugly. In the meantime, we're going to get on with some moves. Let me see, who do we want to go first this round? I guess since the traveling monk is in front, we'll take him and go first. Now, in this room, there was no passages blocked because there was no exploration token. So let's just roll and see what he gets. He gets a 4, so I think he's just going to go straight across. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's not going to explore. He is going to scavenge. Now, I also read, and I just got to look this up, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. On scavenging with 3 players, it says, I was told that you can actually scavenge twice. Now, I don't believe in the original game that was true, so I'm going to look up scavenging. And one of the other problems with the rulebook is there's not really like an index per se, so you just kind of got to figure it out. But it should be on the turn, right? Turn order, exploration. Let's see. That would be before that. So exploration, scavenging. Here we go. Yeah, it actually does say that now. Didn't used to. So where it is, right there. 3 to 4 heroes. You get to do 2 scavenges, so we can scavenge both these boards. And you know, scavenging isn't always the greatest thing in the world. Scavenging can be bad too, but sometimes it does give us some loot. So the traveling monk is going to scavenge this tile right there. Let's get rid of that die and roll. Wow, he did actually succeed. So we're going to pull the scavenge deck, which is right here. Let's give it a quick shuffle, because you always shuffle the scavenge deck. You don't actually ever keep the cards out of it. They just go right back in. We'll cut the deck, and we'll see if he gets something good. Nothing here, but 10 experience. That's cool. Now, like I told you, I'm using Darkstone tokens right now to just show 10 experience. Each one of these is worth 10. So there's a 10 experience token for him. I got to get some paper and stuff and write that down for them, and we'll do that later, though I didn't do it yet. But however, that means he got nothing but the 10 experience for searching the room. We're going to take a scavenge token and put it right here, and we'll move on to our next character's turn. I'm going to leave the scavenge deck out because I have a feeling we're going to use it again. Alright, let's roll for, let's go with the samurai next. Samurai warrior, he rolls a 2. So he's going to go 1, 2, and then he'll scavenge this tile back there, because why not? There's 1 scavenge left on that. He failed, so that's okay. Did not scavenge the second time. Alright, let's roll then for, that's his turn too. We're not really getting a lot of progress here. Let's roll for the assassin. Now remember, she is nimble. She gets a +1 movement, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She didn't quite make it there, so she cannot explore. This tile is not staying. Hold on. There we go. She gets right there, but she might as well scavenge again. Let me just look and see if she has any abilities that would help her with that. Just glancing at all her stuff. Nope. Okay. What do we get? She did get a 6, so she does succeed in 1 scavenge. So that does mean that this tile here is depleted from items. Okay. Let's do it a cut. That's not a cut, that's the last card. Okay. Well, we'll just do that, and we'll... There. Now, it's a pretty good cut. Let's see what we get. Nothing here. 10 experience points for the ninja. And there's the experience token I'm using right now for that. So she's got 20 experience. She's really chalking it up. Not really. But anyway, you get the idea. That was their full turn. Not very eventful so far, guys. So we're going to have to hold back the darkness again and see what happens. Now, you know, I am playing with the advanced rules, so something's going to happen pretty soon. Let's see what we get here. We'll roll for the monk. He did hold back the darkness with a 9, so we're okay there. And then we're going to roll movement. We're going to roll for the monk. Because if we get a 1, that's cool. Man, that would have, ideally, a 1 would have been great. We didn't get that. So what the monk is going to do is explore the next room, which means we're going to draw a map tile. I got the map cards out. You know, we already drew 1. This will be our second room as we explore forward. Now, if it's really bad, we can double back and go in the other directions in this T-squared hallway. It's not too bad, or 4-section hallway. So there we go. Cut that again. Let's see what we get. Boosh! What do we get? A dojo. Nothing special about it, but let's go find that tile. There is the dojo. Now, what we do have is we only have 1 exit, so it shows 1 to 6, and we got to put an exploration token on it. Here they are the exploration tokens. I'm just going to give them a quick, let's see, quick couple of, just to make sure we get a good random. Since this is the first time we've done it, we'll just stack them up there. Boom. Okay. Because that won't go until the end of the turn. Now, we have placed another tile, so that does go down to 14 as we go deeper into the fortress. And now we get to continue on. I think we'll do the ninja next. Let's move the ninja. Because we don't reveal the exploration token until the end of the round, I believe. I'm going to double check that. That's the normal rules. But, you know, again, I just found out something new about these rules, too. So I want to make sure I'm not making a mistake on this. Let's see. Okay. Most of the rules are identically the same, which actually makes it a little tougher because you're not expecting it to be different, right? So you're expecting it to be the same. Exploration. Whenever a room tile is placed, draw an exploration token without looking at it and place a fit down the map tile. Yeah. Once the tile is placed, the hero then looks through the door, standing in a puzzle. In a puzzle connection space, yep, okay, got that. And both the map. This means that during the room exploration step turn, after all heroes have activated. Yep, so I was correct. All right, just want to double check that. Here we go. We're going to move our ninja. She's going to get going. A 5. You know, just in case, I think she will go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 to right there. Okay. I don't. That's positioning seems good in case there's creatures in there. She won't be blocked by the... Actually, she doesn't have to. She's going to move right here, actually, and that's it. She's not going any farther. Okay, and that's it for her. And then we're going to roll for the samurai. He's going to move a 2. That's not good. 1, 2. And then he's off that tile, so he's not going to do any exploring. But now I was hoping he'd get to the door, but he didn't. So now we are going to reveal the token, and what do we get? Okay, so it shows that there's 1 exit. That's okay because there's only 1 exit anyway, and we're going to have an encounter. Now the dojo itself did not have a special encounter, so we're just going to draw a card, and this token actually goes into a discard. So here are the fortresses encounters. Now there was a bunch of extras from the Kickstarter, so I did put them in here, but I didn't really get to shuffle it very well, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of that now. I don't think it has to be shuffled too well. It's random anyway, I guess, not in alphabetical order or anything like that. But let's see what happens as we have an encounter in the dojo. Now, currently the only person actually standing in the dojo's area is the traveling monk. He's on the space between the hallway and the dojo. He is also carrying the light, so that's okay. And the traveling monk, actually, with his abilities, it might be worth it. He's the one that walks in. Let's see what we get. Ooh, the Grim Tenome. This is a fortress encounter. It's active ghost stranger. Let's read this card. Now, it's a little small in the text, so bear with me. A shuffling sound echoes down the hall from the shadow up ahead. As you peer into the dark, a shambling figure stumbles forward in the soft glow of the lantern light. It resembles a man, but where his eyes should be, the skin has grown over. And embedded in the palm of each of his outstretched hands is an eye, blinking and looking around the room at each of you. With a hushed whisper, he hisses, "Run!" Okay, so he tells us to run. Okay, this means that symbol. Let me show you this on the back of the book here. It should, I thought it showed it. Yeah, there it is. That symbol right there is this one. So it means test all heroes, okay? So all heroes are going to do a Spirit 6 test. I'm not even going to read tell you what happens. Now, let's start with the Traveling Monk. His Spirit is a 4, and I'm looking for his items. He doesn't have anything that gives him an additional Spirit, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. He needs to roll a 6 on these 4 dice. He has a grit, so he can do a reroll. Let's see, he failed. I don't know if I want him to fail or not. I don't think so, just in case. I'm going to spend his grit, because there's always a chance to get some more. And he's going to reroll all these failed dice again, to which he failed again. Okay, well, we got our first failure, so let's see what happens. It says, if successful, gain 25 experience, and you are +2 initiative. If failed, take d6 horror hits, then do 2 sanity damage. Each. If more than half the heroes failed the test, ambush attack. Okay, we got to finish this first. So far the Traveling Monk has failed. Okay, the Samurai, he's got a Spirit of 2. And I'm looking to see if he's got anything that would grant him additional Spirit. He does not. Okay, so Spirit of 2, he's got to roll a 6. Let's see if he can pull it off. He fails. That's basically means we're going to have the ambush attack that is noted on the card. He's not going to spend his grit. He's only got 2 dice. And then our assassin, wow. Our assassin actually has 1 Spirit and nothing. Actually, she's got the family crest. So she has 2 Spirit. And she failed as well. So all of them failed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a d6 horror hits. Let's start with the Traveling Monk. He takes a d6 hits. Let's see how many. 3. His sanity is 3+, so he's got to roll 3 dice. For every 3+, his willpower blocks. Wow, so he blocked all those hits. That was pretty cool, even though we still have a problem on our hands. The Samurai takes 6 hits. Oh my gosh. It does say d6 hits, right? d6 horror hits. Yep, it sure does. Okay, so there is 6 dice for him, and for every 4+, he does not take any sanity damage. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he took 2, and each one of those is going to be worth 2 sanity. So he took 4 total sanity damage. That is not good. There's 1, 2, and 3, 4. So he took a pretty big hit there. That is no bueno. Now I could roll these failed dice again, but I still think I want to keep our grit for a fight because we're going to have one. And then last but not least, have our assassin takes 4 hits. Got a willpower 4, so we're going to roll 4 dice. And only 1. So out of just already at 6 half sanity, that is so bad. There is 5 sanity right there, and 6. We need to do some sanity healing right away on these 2. They took a big hit. This is a bad start for us in the first fight we're going to get into. So it says next, there is more. It says if more than half, well, they all failed it. Yeah, they all failed it. Ambush attack. Draw a threat card. Okay, what threat card are we going to draw? Well, this is how we figure that out. Here's the scaling. So, with 3 heroes, we're going to draw a medium threat. We do have a revive token. I got to remember that. I did not put that with our characters, and this is what a revive token looks like. So we do have 1 revive token. Now I'll just put it up on the corner of the depth track. But we're going to draw a medium threat. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I got to get the medium threat deck out. Okay, here we have the medium threat deck. We are being ambushed. Our first fight, and it is an ambush, and we took a lot of sanity damage from that grim Tenno encounter that we had. That was bad. Bad news. Okay. Go. Let's. It's not a very big deck. Let's cut it. All right. Let's see what we get. 6 acidic tentacles. Okay. So how an ambush works? Well, we're going to first get some tokens out. I'm going to get this ready. We're going to start our first battle. I don't know if we'll get to it in this episode. We'll get to some of it, but we're going to probably not finish it in this episode. Okay, it doesn't really matter how we start placing them, but we'll just start, since the monk was the one that was in the lead there, and actually is the only person that's acted so far this turn. We will, actually, no, they've all acted. I take it back. We'll just start there. There's one. First off, you actively place one in front of each hero. So we'll do 1, 2, and I'll just face his tentacles at him, just make sure we know that it's him. Let's see, what will we do? I'm going to put these off to the side so we can properly put creatures down here. Let's see, so we'll do 3. Let's see, now we need another one on the monks. We'll do 4, 5, yep, and 6. How's that? That looks pretty good right there. Okay, that is our encounter. Now let's take a look at the details of the acidic tentacles. They're a medium-sized monster. It's fine. They can fit on one tile. They have an initiative of 3, so the good news is going into this new round, even though we've been ambushed, they get a +2, so they're going to be a 5 for the first round, but all of our guys, with the exception of Samurai, are a bit faster. Well, 4, so we're okay. We're okay. We'll probably get to do some attacks first. All right, spits acid at the start of their activation each turn, if not adjacent to a hero. We'll make the following free attack. Well, good news is they're all currently adjacent to a hero because there's an ambush. Now, what does that mean? They also have the ability of smash. Smash means this enemy's melee hits if roll 6, ignore hero's defense. That's bad, so we don't want to roll a lot of 6s. They do require a 4 to hit on melee. Their combat is 3, so 3 hits and 3 damage each. So they're pretty darn nasty. So right now they are at a 5 initiative. So let's roll. We're going to start a combat round. Now here's the thing. In combat, I just want to make sure that they don't like move targets or anything. They don't, so they're going to stay on the target that they started with. Now in combat, what's going to happen here is that we're going to first check the initiative of all the different characters, but we have to hold back the darkness because that was the end of a turn. So the monk is now going to hold back the darkness. Let's see. We did fine with a 7, so no change in that. And now we're going to actually, I'm going to just double check their abilities and make sure none of them go out of sequence because of an ability. Well, I could do, I mean, the shuriken does seem to work, but we're not going to use that right now. And then we're going to get into, all right, we're going to get into, oh, you know what? I forgot to do this, guys. Should have been building up key. How many turns did we take? We took 1, 2, 1, 2. I think this will be 3, 4. Yeah, we got 4 key built up for the traveling monk. I got to remember to keep every turn, even during this combat, we'll build up key. And that's important because he can use that to not only fight, but to heal. It's a big deal. All right, so let's get on with the fight now, and we'll look at initiative. So this turn, the tentacles are a 5. As we can see here, they are, because they get a +2 for the ambush. So the first person that's going to go is our ninja. Now, remember, she's nimble. She can move through models. She can do whatever she wants. She's also deadly. When your combat hits, ignore armor. Any armor an enemy has, and also does +1 damage while your target is the only enemy adjacent to you. So that is not going to be true of any of these guys yet. So we don't get that, and we got Silent Fighter. We can't use any guns. We do have +1 strength. That's not going to help. We can also do a free attack once per adventure. Every enemy on your map tile immediately takes 1 hit, doing a d6 damage. You know, that's once per adventure. I don't know if I want to use that yet. Let's see if we can survive some fight rounds first. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is, it is her turn, so we're going to roll for her movement. A 4. That doesn't help. Now, she could, because she is nimble, she may move through other models and automatically pass escape tests. So, you know, but nobody has a monster that's not adjacent to another monster, so it really, I think, so that we don't get, well, you know, the samurai can take hits. You know, it might be worth it. It might be worth it for her to move. I think she will. I think she's going to go through to here. And the reason I want to do that is because I want her to be able to attack that one and not get mauled by a couple more, so they'll focus. Now, I think, though, that if I remember correctly, this one that was focused on her will try to move, but it can't get there, so it will turn on the samurai. Each one of them had 2, so this one was also on her, and it'll turn on the monk. So we'll see. I'll check the rules on that just to double check. But right now she moves, and she's going to use her ninjato. So remember, with the ninjato, combat rolls of 5+ are hits, and her combat is going to be a 2. So she's going to get 2 dice against this acidic tentacle. Hopefully she gets some crits. That would be awesome. Do I have anything that will give her any bonus dice other than... No, I do not. Once per turn, she does have her ability of smoke bombs. Not going to use that either. Free attack once per fight. I might as well do that, right? So she will. Now, she can throw these adjacent. Just because it's ranged doesn't mean that she can't do it. It's got a range of 5, but she's going to throw it adjacent at the one that would have attacked her. Because if we can kill that one, if she can kill that one, then she can attack the other one with a bonus. It says maybe used at any time during your move, but not while adjacent to enemies. So she cannot do that. So it's just going to be her ninjato attack. Okay, let's roll 2 dice. Let's see what she gets. Complete whiff. She's going to burn her grit on that. That is not okay. We got to do some damage here. So we'll get rid of those dice for the moment. We'll take 2 different ones. See if she can hit with these. Of course not. Wow, we're off to a good start, guys. So she stepped over and totally whiffed. The beef about that is that now the monsters are going to go, right? So now we'll just start. Anyway, I'm going to double check something because I was hoping that none of them would turn on her, but I think they might. So I'm going to look at enemy attacks. Let's see. Choosing a new target, staying on target. Okay. Once an enemy targets a hero, it will continue to target an attack roll until the hero is KO'd or the hero is no longer adjacent. So that's true for a couple of those guys. So they're not going to change on her. This one and this... Yeah, it was like that, right? Yeah, so this one and this one were on her, so this one will stay on her in turn. Okay, I'm going to like angle them so I can tell who's fighting who. It won't matter because this one's going to turn and face him anyway, so I think we got that right. Let's start with this one on the Traveling Monk. Now they have a combat of 3. Let's take a look at that. 3, and we need 4s or better. So it got 1 hit. That 1 hit has a value of 3 damage, but we're going to test the monk's defense. The monk, I should be rolling red dice for the bad guys, right? The monk has, let's see, the monk has a 4 defense, so we're going to roll that. I'm looking to see if there's anything else that we can do there. Nope, that's it. We could ring the bell, but we're not going to do that. That's a once per adventure. We're going to wait till we have a tougher encounter, even though this could kill us. All right, let's see. Defense, a 4, yes. So, man, the Traveling Monk is doing really well. He took no damage from that worm, that acidic tentacle. Now we'll go to this one right here that's attacking the ninja. Now the ninja's pretty good too. So we're going to roll 3 dice for the bad guy. Let's see what he gets. Oh my gosh, 2 6s that ignores hero's defense. Ouch, that is 6 damage on our ninja. Let me see, is there anything at all that I can do with that? I don't believe so. Wow, no guys, that is really, really rough. Our ninja took a lot of damage there. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, I take it back. It took 3 hits from... All 3 hit, right? So that's going to be 9 damage. I need to get a bigger wound token out, unfortunately. And that puts the ninja in 1 round at 1 health. That couldn't be any worse. We're going to have to do some healing. 5. Right there, there's 5 on the ninja. 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't believe that the ninja failed all of those. I'm looking at her abilities. I just don't see how she could get around it. Wow, this was not supposed to be a really tough fight. Okay, well, there we go. Now, this one is going to attack the Traveling Monk again. Traveling Monk has so far been pretty effective and only got 1 hit. So the Traveling Monk gets to roll defense of 4. No, it failed. The Traveling Monk failed. So we're going to take 3 hits for that one. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that he can do. No. So the Traveling Monk is going to take 3 hits. There's 2 and 3, so we're taking some serious damage already. Now the next one, now that's all. There's going to be 3 attacks on the Samurai now, which I'm not as worried about because the Samurai actually has armor and stuff. So okay, first hit on the Samurai is going to be 2 hits. Samurai's defense is a 4. Took 1 hit. Okay, so 1 hit, 3 points, but we have armor. Okay, so the samurai's armor is going to be a 5. So what we're going to do, we know we've taken 3 hits, so we're going to roll 3 dice, and for each 5 plus we roll, we're going to not take the hits. So we failed. So we took 3 hits on the samurai as well. We're off to a great start, guys. Probably going to lose. Okay, put those on the samurai. 3 wounds on the samurai. I do have a grit token, but I'm not going to use it yet because we got 2 more hits to go. We'll see how bad this goes for us. Okay, let's see. All right, next set of hits. 1 hit this time again, and 1 defense roll for a 4. Let's see. A 3 fails. Okay, armor. We're going to roll 3 against the armor. Absolutely not. That is going to be another 3. I'm not succeeding at anything, guys. That puts the samurai up to 6 hits out of his 12. Halfway done in 1 round. Okay, and the last one, last but not least, all missed. Wow, a little break there. Okay, that's it for the worms. The tentacles, they have gone. Okay, now, next up is our traveling monk. Okay, so it's the beginning of the turn for the monk. At the start of each turn, gain 1, so we're going to gain a key. And now what do we want to do with it? Well, I think first off, we need to attack, we need to heal. Our assassin is going to die. So I can do Sacred Order. Once per turn, you may channel your ki. So I could do this. At the end of each turn, you may heal 1 wound. Okay, it's not the end of the turn, so we're going to attack. This healing the wound is not an action. I think it's just something you get to do. So we're going to attack one of the worms. I think we'll just attack the one right in front of us and see what we can do. So that will be our attack combat value is a 2. Our melee is a 4. Okay, so that's what we have. There's nothing else that can help us, so we're going to roll that. Come on, get a hit, please. Oh my god, guys. Oh my lord, we are not doing anything. These guys are just failing miserably. So he did his attack. He got nothing. All right, and that's not going to be the end of his turn because we are going to take some time. We're going to use this staff for healing at the end of the round. At the end of each round, you may heal 1 wound from every other adjacent hero. So that's the, we're going to do the ninja. Oh, wait. Hold on, guys. Gotta reroll. Whew. Oh, man, this might be helpful. So what I was noticing, I'm glad I read that. This is where it's going to be a little difficult. We might have to do some changes from time to time. We're going to roll a D8. Oh, it's for damage. Still doesn't matter if we don't hit. Okay, so forget that, but we are going to heal the ninja, and I think we're going to use, let's see, once per turn you may channel your ki into one of your combat hits or any source of healing. So we're doing that. For each ki token spent, we're going to spend 5. Yeah, so 4 rather. So we're going to spend 4 ki tokens from the monk, and that will heal 5 damage off the ninja. At least we get to survive another round. This could be a very devastating round for us, guys. Oh, you know what I didn't do was roll for the traveling monk's movement, because if you got a 1, nope. And I'm going to need to roll for the samurai's 2, and it is now the samurai's turn. So we're going to go to the samurai warrior. We're going to roll movement. Nope, doesn't get anything. Can't disengage. So we are going to attack with our katana, warrior's katana, right here. I don't have any fury, so I can't use any of his special attacks yet. But it says once per turn, when I kill an enemy, I can gain a fury. That's really all I can do. Now he's got this cool thing. Boom. And I still have a grit. Once per turn, use 1 grit to add +2 damage. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that. We're going to do this right now. It says once per turn, spend 2 fury to add 1 damage. It's not going to help us, so we're just going to use that ability right now. So his normal combat is 2. That's what most characters are, but he gets +1 for the warrior's katana. So he's got 3, and he needs 4s. It'd be nice if we hit a monster so I can even show you what that looks like. Well, there we go. There we go. It's not criticals or anything, but there are 3 hits. That's all 3 hit. Now, we got to roll damage. So here's where things get interesting. Let's see. Do I have something that can help me? Yes. Okay. We are going to spend our grit on the combat damage. I want to kill one of these things. Now, we can assign the hits as we go. So right now, I'm giving us once per turn, use 1 grit to add +2 damage to one of your combat hits. We'll use it on this first one. Hopefully it goes well, because we don't have any grit to re-roll. So we're going to roll a die again to see if we're going to damage this one right here. See if we can, or I don't think we can kill it. It's got a defense of 2, but the +2 technically wipes out the defense. So if we roll a 5, we will kill it. A 4, not quite enough to kill it. We're going to have to use the second hit. Would have been nice to kill it in one shot. So we know it's got 4 on it right now, okay? Because we had +2. Now this one does not have a +2, but we only need one more hit. So the second hit's going against the same one. A 5, well, that will kill it. So he killed this one. I'm just going to put it in front of him right now because we got to calculate experience. Okay, and then he's got one more hit. He will just attack this adjacent one here and see what we can do. Hopefully he rolls well there as well. Oh, 6! That is awesome. Okay, so it's got a defense of 2, so it took 4 hits. And we'll place that. Man, amazingly, I've used a lot of the wound tokens on my characters, so I have to go dig some up. 1, 2, 3, and I think I just, let's get to, we don't have a 5 because we don't need it yet, because there's a lot of 5s in there. Digging around for more tokens, guys. There we go. So that is 4 on this one right here. Okay, that was about as good as the samurai could do, unfortunately. And that's going to end the first round of combat. So, I'm just going to leave this off until we finish the combat. Now I'll calculate experience. I'm just putting the dead monsters in front of the people that killed them. So we did use this. We killed an enemy. That's a good thing because now we get to get a Fury token. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy, gain a Fury token. Also, our Samurai Battle Tactics says anytime you do 1 or more wounds to an enemy with a combat hit, gain 1 Fury token. Well, I did 3, so that means this round we gained 1, 2, and 3 Fury tokens for that, for doing all those hits, and 1 more for his Samurai Helmet for killing. So we got, right now we have 4 Fury tokens. That's going to fuel our abilities next turn. Alright, guys, that is the end of the round. So here's what we're going to do. That's going to be the end of this episode. Just in case I made some mistakes, I want to hear from you, but I don't believe I did. There we go. I got the dice out there to hold back the darkness. That's my reminder. And we're going to end this episode right here. So we did some fighting that we got ambushed. We're not doing well. We're just not doing well. Good thing is the traveling monk gets to heal people. Now I used a lot of ki to heal up the assassin before she gets killed. Hopefully, since these guys are not ambushing and they don't have the ambush bonus in the second turn, all of our heroes can go first, go before the tentacles. So hopefully we can kill some of them before they do more damage to us. That would be really good. And since it's kind of a scary situation, we're going to leave it in a bit of a cliffhanger and end it right there. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. This is how the game basically bounces. It is a lot of fun. It is also sometimes very challenging, and sometimes we die. And hopefully that's not going to be the case. We do have 1 revive token that can revive any hero 1 time, but once that's done, and the next hero that goes down would mark the end of our game. Hopefully we get to survive this fight and recover, because that's the goal here, just to get through this until we get to the exploration tokens we need, where this could be a while. I just don't know. We'll see. So guys, thanks again. I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. And I got my big box of Madara, and we'll see. Might be something special coming from that really soon. I sure hope so, because I might be able to share something very cool with you guys. So take care, and I will talk to you in the next episode.